Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications. And now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome to the program. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, MAMODE AKUGHA. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, says the Commission will always collaborate with security agencies like the Nigerian Navy to maintain peace and security of lives and property in the oil-rich region. Dr. Ogbuku made this known last week when he received the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, and his team at the corporate headquarters of the Commission in Port Harcourt.
Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, accompanied by some high-ranking officers of the Nigerian Navy, were at the corporate headquarters of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, last week, where they met with the Chief Executive of the Commission, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, and his team. Discussions during the meeting focused on strengthening partnerships between the Nigerian Navy and the Interventionist Agency to ensure security of lives and property in the region, as well as the safety of national assets such as oil installations and pipelines.
We know that security, if there is no security, there will be development. So our contractors need that conducive environment for them to also work. And the communities must also be peaceful. So security and development are intertwined. So you are the security, we are the development. So we need each other. And because we need each other, that is the partnership we have.
In pursuance of the NDDC mandate to ensure there is peace and security needed for development to reach every part of the oil-rich region, the Commission has been supporting security agencies, including the Nigerian Navy, with logistics, physical structures and operational facilities for the smooth running of its operations in the region. Vice Admiral Ogala, during the visit, commended the Interventionist Agency for its continued support of the Nigerian Navy, which he said has been quite helpful in tackling the many security challenges in the area, especially the protection of national assets and combating economic saboteurs. He, however, urged the management of the Commission to intensify efforts in completing some of the projects across the region initially conceived to support security operations.
The Nigerian Navy established the Admiralty University of Nigeria at AKUGHA in Delta State, which is also in the Niger Delta. And that school has transformed.
It is our position, in line with relevant sections of the Nigerian Constitution,
as such,
that only
the
an
intake
elected governor
has
can
multiplied by more than 4 times.
and only an elected governor can conduct local government elections. As such, the people of Rivers State and Nigeria will boycott any attempt or any other authority whatsoever to conduct the same elections illegally. In order to end this reign of impunity and dictatorship and avoid a regrettable legacy like
Dr. Ogbuku assured his guests that the Commission is working in line with the mandate of President Bola Tinubu to complete all abandoned projects across the region. He added that aside from physical infrastructure, the Commission is open to collaborating with development stakeholders across the region in areas of environment, health and education.
We also need to partner with universities of research Because we have our own challenges too
to
as a
make
region.
electronic
So
transmission of
universities
results
are
from the
centers for
polling units
research.
mandatory
So for us,
by
we are here
expunging
to
the
work towards
sentence
saving lives
as
in the
prescribed
Niger
by
Delta.
INEC
Take
/
development
the
to the people
commission,
of Niger Delta.
and states
Promote
that results
the
not
programs of
transmitted
Mr.
as such
President
shall be
under
declared
the
invalid.
agenda.
The NDDC has
3.
pledged to continue to
Direct the
collaborate
National
with
Assembly to
security
amend
agencies
Section
and
51
support their
of the
operations in
Electoral
the
Act
area,
2022
while also
to
implementing
add
youth
that
empowerment
votes shall
and
be
engagement
declared
programs
invalid in
that
any
will
polling
discourage
unit
crime
where ballot
and
boxes are
contribute to the
snatched
overall prosperity
and on previous
across the
contest of
oil-rich
funds
Niger
that
Delta
sought
region.
Inside the Niger Delta.
As the clock winds down to the mid-term anniversary of his administration, the governor of Delta State and captain of Team More Agenda, Right Honorable Sheriff Obrewuri, says all is set for the commissioning of several projects the administration has embarked upon to make life better for the people. Governor Obrewuri, who was speaking through the State Commissioner for Housing, Honorable Godnose Angele, made this known last week during an inspection tour of both completed and ongoing housing units across the state.
We are just from a commissioner's quarters, ready to be commissioned. We are at residence of a director, SSS, Delta State. This one will be commissioned too. So once we leave here, we are going to 181 Battalion, Agbo. That one is already completed. We'll take that one for commissioning as well. And meaning, Renew Hope for More Agenda is working in Delta State. By God's grace, AKUGHA definitely is working. You will see.
The commissioner also revealed that the 50 per local government Delta State housing scheme is in full swing, and the initiative will address critical housing deficit across the state upon completion.
One already in Agbo, Kwale, and Ozoro, ongoing. And by God's grace, His Excellency said that he will give approval for the remaining local government based on land without crisis. So by God's grace, we are doing well. By the time we finish all these 50-50 per local government, those housing deficit will come down to the barest minimum.
Meanwhile, a separate state government inspection team paid an unscheduled visit to the ongoing Achala Ibuzo Road project last week to ensure quality and accountability on the project, which connects multiple communities in Oshimili North axis of the state. Dissatisfied with the pace and standard of work observed during the visit, the inspection team cautioned the contractor, insisting that the state would not take delivery of any substandard work. The team advised the contractor to execute the project in line with the specification of his contract or risk sanctions, warning that such performance cannot be tolerated by the administration, which had placed high premium on quality project delivery in the state.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The state of critical infrastructure, particularly roads across Nigeria's oil-rich Niger Delta, has long been a major concern for the people whose lives and livelihoods continue to suffer. For the people of Akwa Ibom and Cross River states, as well as commuters along the Calabar-Itu road linking the two states, the long hours, difficulties and frequent loss of lives on this dilapidated critical route have been an unbearable burden. Road users and community dwellers along the route who shared their struggles with inside the Niger Delta are now calling on the federal government to intervene and expedite the reconstruction of the Calabar-Itu road to prevent further loss of man-hours and lives.
What is today known as Cross River and Akwa Ibom states was once a single entity, Cross River State, until Akwa Ibom was carved out in September 1987. The creation of Akwa Ibom led to the separation of the Ibibio and Efik people, two predominant ethnic groups that had lived together for decades, now divided between the two states. However, the single most important road, the 90-kilometer Calabar-Itu highway that connects these people across the two sister states, is making it increasingly difficult for commuting and interaction between the people that were previously together. The critical road was originally built for dualization as a 4-lane carriageway in 1972, meant to connect far-flung parts of the then Cross River State. However, that vision never materialized, as only a single lane of the road was completed. Over the years, while residents waited in vain for the second lane to be constructed, the existing lane deteriorated rapidly under the weight of constant use. Today, that road has become a nightmare for commuters, shuttling between the two sister states, compounding the struggles of a people whose destinies remain historically intertwined.
Calabar is road. Person will go one place, go they use like 2-3 days for there. You know easy now. Truck driver they try, motor they fall. If say road day, thief no one start from one place, say one block road. Or one kind military person go come day one place, he go come they collect salary money for our hand. You know easy. And despite say we they spend those kind of money, they still they suffer us with road still no good.
They should consider the hardship, the suffering that the people are going through. Pregnant women are losing their pregnancy, having miscarriages as they pass through this bad road. So we are pleading with the federal government to come to our rescue.
Responding to public outcries back in 2021, former President Muhammadu Buhari awarded the contract for the construction and dualization of the road to 3 different companies, namely Julius Berger, Chinese Civil Engineering and Construction Company, and Sematech, at the total cost of 185 billion naira. About 4 years later, including an upward review by the President Bola Tinubu's administration, the road is still in fits and starts.
This is making over 30 years. This road still been like this Calabar to road. The market women, the business is not moving because of the road, because of the bad road. You cannot go anywhere. So please, we are pleading for government. Please, they should help us.
I used to sell more than that. We used to be many here. Because of the bad road, we don't have customers and we still suffer. Even if you want to go to the nearest state, you cannot go other 2 hours or 3. So we really suffer because of the bad road.
This is not just an isolated case, but a typical example of the sorry state of road infrastructure across Nigeria's oil-rich region. The state of the all-important East-West Road linking almost all the states in the region, starting from Warri in Delta State to Oron in Akwa Ibom State, is a clear example. 18 years after the federal government commenced its reconstruction in 2006, a large stretch of the 338-kilometer road still remains in a state of disrepair. Niger Deltans, who spoke to our correspondent following the commencement of the ambitious 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway at the Niger Delta end in Cross River and Akwa Ibom State, said completing some of these stalled projects in the region should have been the priority of the government, not initiating new ones.
That Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway is the least of our problems. The project for me is ill-timed, it's not necessary. It has no significant economic advantage for now. There are other pressing issues: security, health, education, existing infrastructure that has to be maintained. As in case, most of the roads that have been completed, some are getting bad and needs to be more or less resurfaced or repaired. All these are there.
Why not consider other forms of transportation like rail instead of repeating an existing road that cuts through that same channel? You know, because if you have rail has capacity to do more heavy duties than what trailers and tankers will do.
Inside the Niger Delta.
AKUGHA Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. AKUGHA Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development.
The Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, alongside other friends and associates of the Commission's Executive Director of Projects, Sir Victor Antai, have described him as a true son of the Niger Delta that is committed to the region's development. Dr. Ogbuku and other dignitaries who made the remarks at Antai's 60th birthday celebration last week also observed that since his days as a local government chairman in Akwa Ibom State, he has continuously and diligently served the interests of the ordinary masses and pushed for the development of blighted communities.
Just as many often say that 60 is the perfect age to celebrate a life well lived and a future full of promise, friends and colleagues, including the MD of the NDDC, Dr. Obuku, took the opportunity to felicitate with Antai and prayed that God will bless him with the strength and good health to enable him achieve even greater things in years to come.
Victor had prepared himself for leadership. He has shown it over time. God should protect him, give him the strength and the good health to continue to shoulder the responsibilities of his office.
He had always done well for his people, for himself, and being 60 at this time is just the best gift God can give to him.
Dr. Obuku used the opportunity to assure the people of Akwa Ibom that the NDDC will continue to execute projects and implement programs to better the lots of the masses.
The good thing you have is that I think whatever requests that you made, you already have an ambassador in our midst. The advocate who is advocating is the keeper of that meeting. So when it comes to teaching, I believe we should be able to also appropriate accordingly.
Sir Antai, who was accompanied by his wife, Mrs. Edu Victor Antai, and children, thanked the leadership of NDDC and friends for joining him in the celebration. He then thanked God for his faithfulness that has kept him thus far.
He's been faithful, he's been wonderful, he's been my savior, he's been my power, he's been my might, he's been my armor. He's been my great deliverer. He's fought battles on my behalf unknown to me. He's done several things. He's my peace, he's my light, he's my love. God has been everything to me. So at 60, the only thing I have to say is thank you, Jesus.
Sir Victor Antai, a knight of John Wesley in the Methodist Church, Nigeria, was appointed by President Bola Tinubu in August 2023 as the Executive Director of Projects in the NDDC. His appointment came alongside other members of the board and management of the intervention agency. Before his appointment, Antai was a grassroots developer and community leader who served his people as a local government chairman of Mbo local government for 2 terms between 2008 and 2015. In 2015, he was appointed as a member of the Akwa Ibom State Executive Council, first as Commissioner of Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs before he was later transferred to the Ministry of Tourism and Culture. It was during his time that initiatives like Orange September Cultural Festival, Christmas Village and Ukap Iswa New Year's Eve celebration in Akwa Ibom State were launched to showcase their rich cultural heritage, which has now become part of the yearly Christmas celebration in the state. Serving as the Director of Projects of the NDDC, Sir Antai has been overseeing the supervision, monitoring and evaluation of NDDC projects across the 9 states, making him quite instrumental to the recent achievements of the Commission in the completion and initiation of several people-centered projects across communities in the region.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doediri says his administration will continue to prioritize the interests of the people in building policies and programs that promote infrastructure development, social welfare, and sustainable peace and progress across the state. Governor Diri made this known recently after receiving the Most Outstanding Friend of Ibadan Award from the Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes, CCII, during the grand finale of the 2025 Ibadan Cultural Festival.
A major highlight of the closing ceremony was an award presentation which honored individuals within and beyond Oyo State who have made outstanding contributions to development in their fields of endeavors. Among the recipients was Governor Doediri, who was named the Most Outstanding Friend of Ibadan by the organizers, the Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes, CCII, who described Senator Diri as a distinguished son of the Niger Delta, a symbol of purposeful leadership, resilience, and transformational governance. Governor Diri appreciated the people of Ibadan for the honor and recognition. He said he was humbled that the modest achievements of his administration are being acknowledged outside the shores of Bayelsa State. Governor Diri added that he is in fact encouraged and will continue to work tirelessly in delivering people-focused governance in the glory of all land state.
Government is all about the people. The very little efforts that we are putting on modestly are being recognized here in the West, in this ancient city of Ibadan. We want to, on behalf of the government and the good people of Bayelsa State, extend our heartfelt appreciation and thanks to the CCII.
For his part, the host governor, Seyi Makinde, thanked the organizers for signaling out for recognition his counterpart from Bayelsa State, who he said is indeed changing the fortunes of Bayelsans. He also commended the CCII for always promoting the culture, heritage, and the identity of its peoples.
I thank the Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes for recognizing my brother and colleague.
This is just one out of many recognitions in recent times of Governor Diri's efforts in changing the face of the oil-rich state, particularly in infrastructure, agriculture, education, and human capital development. He was also recently honored with the Good Governance Award at the Vanguard Newspaper Personality of the Year Awards in recognition of his transparency, developmental leadership, and efforts to create a more inclusive and prosperous Bayelsa State.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Supporters of All Progressives Congress APC in Delta South Senatorial District, along with friends and well-wishers, turned out in large numbers at Osubi Airport near Warri recently to welcome APC chieftain Chief Airi Emami from his vacation abroad. Chief Airi had been in Houston, Texas, where he marked his 50th birthday surrounded by friends and family. For many, it was a moment to celebrate not just a milestone birthday, but also Chief Airi's consistent commitment to the growth of the APC and his contributions to community development in Warri Kingdom and the Niger Delta.
While the leaders received him at the tarmac, the cheerful crowd rolled their drums in excitement as he stepped out of the airport building to the waiting motorcade. From there, they headed to Ubangwe, Warri, where an even bigger crowd was waiting to welcome and celebrate with the APC leader, Chief Airi Emami, who just turned 50 a few weeks back. The gathering soon turned into a political event of a sort, with the people celebrating the recent defection of Governor Sheriff Oborowori and other People's Democratic Party PDP leaders and elected officials into the APC.
Person may not do well, anybody go come join the party. The scorecard spoke for itself, and that is why everyone is coming into the party. And today, the whole Nigeria, from coast to coast, are acknowledging that he has performed. So they are clearing the road for 2027.
Honorable Michael Mayuku, who was one of those who dumped the PDP for the ruling APC, said he is happy to join the Fort Ologboshere of Warri Kingdom in the APC. He went on to move a motion on behalf of the Delta South APC family to adopt President Bola Tinubu for a second term come 2027.
We hereby endorse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as our sole candidate for the presidency come 2027.
Joining the politics of the moment, Chief Airi welcomed the PDP family that joined them in the APC, noting that they are now one united family that will continue to pursue the prosperity of Delta and Nigeria at large.
The thing where we make everybody they collapse to each other so now because of who? So we go continue to stay behind Jagaban, make Jagaban continue to do good work. We don't say things hard, but not being custom like what you have done. We go equally to support the governor of the state. Because all of us don't be one.
Of course, politics was not the only purpose of the gathering. The people who couldn't join Chief Irie Mamin in Houston, Texas for his 50th birthday celebration organized their own Golden Jubilee celebration in his honor.
And on that note, we draw the curtain on the program. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region will be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles showing right now on your screens. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria. Until next week, I am MAMODE AKUGHA, thanking you for tuning in. Bye for now.